Welcome everybody to Yamkela Manya Speaks Football. Yeah, guys, welcome to the preview. Hope everyone had a lovely day and still having a lovely day. Yeah, tomorrow is a big one. Why is it the big one? Because we all know Orlando Pirates fans and the club itself hates Mamelodi Sundowns more than anyone. Look, we are not the direct derby. The direct derby is Kaizer Chiefs. But everyone knows they hate us. They literally hate us. The journalists call it the El Clasico. And many of us also call it El Clasico. I call it also El Clasico. You'll probably have heard it from my previous video. I think I did about a week ago, before the first leg of the MTN 8 semi-final, which was last week, where the score ended 1-1. So tomorrow is going to be the second leg at Atteridgeville, which I still have an issue with the stadium. I know it's not ideal. Even Mamelodi Sundowns wouldn't have chosen that stadium, but it has to do with a sponsorship issue. Number one, apparently we cannot play at Loftus Versfeld because the stadium is sponsored by Vodacom. Yet, if you watched the game last week, and I think I spoke about this at the post-match analysis, the entire field, the entire stadium, you see those billboards, electrical billboards on the side of the field where the players play. There was literally Vodacom all over there. They will change from Suzuki and the other sponsors of Orlando Pirates, but Vodacom will still be there. I thought since there's an MTN sponsored competition, Vodacom will be omitted from being displayed, and even the chef sponsorship I thought will be omitted. But guess what? What's good for the goose is not good for the egg. I don't know what that's saying, so I'm just gonna butcher it and go on. Yeah, guys. So it is the preview for the MTN 8, which will be playing tomorrow. But before we go on that, there's been some headlines. And luckily, I do this preview this time because I almost missed one of the most important things. You remember Upito Musiman, our coach before Rulani? I don't know whether to say Rulani or Mangoba, because I think there was that time where it was Mangoba and then we didn't know if it was Rulani or if it was Steve Kompela during that era. So, Upito Musiman, apparently there was an issue regarding his payout. I don't know if he felt like the club owed him some money, or he felt like he was suing the club for some issue. I don't know the real story, but yeah, apparently there's some news which came out from that. So we'll also go through that. But where do we start? We start with who else but Mutau? Yeah. Some stories came out of Mutau. So let's get to that and just read a bit. Okay, this came from Umazola Mulefe. So yeah, let's read and see. Sundowns reject 2 more offers for Khulisa Mutau. An agent provides update. Yeah, so his agent has provided an update. Apparently that, okay, before that, apparently it also came out that Mamelodi Sundowns has rejected countless offers. Apparently there were more offers for Mutau before these 2 offers which had been rejected by Mamelodi Sundowns. So it's chaos even with Mutau. And then also other news on this story is that Mutau's contract had ended this year, in June, 30th of June, but Mamelodi Sundowns had an option of a 1 year, so we could extend it with a 1 year. So we had an option, and then apparently Mamelodi Sundowns took that option and extended the contract with 1 year. So we do not need his signature on this move because it's on our case. We are the one who chooses if we want to exercise that option of extending that 1 year. So we did. Now the guy is angry. The guy wants us to increase his salary. Or if we do not increase his salary, we should sell him. Where have we ever heard of anything like that? Where we will just sell a player without even receiving the correct amount which we think we value him at. Because remember, it's like a car. If I buy a car and someone wants to buy that car from me, I have to stipulate what price I'm going to sell the car to you. And if you are not willing to meet my asking price, I have a full right to say no. So this is the case. I'm not. It's not as if like I'm equating a human being to a car, but that's how a contract worked. If I sign the contract and say the car is mine, BMW can then come to me, or Mercedes-Benz, or whatever car brand, come to me and tell me, look, we want this car because it's an antique, and we want it at 100,000. I have a full right to say, no, I'm selling it at 1 million rand. And they can't do anything about it because it's my car and I can get to keep it and I can get to use it as the way I want. If I want to put it in a garage and not drive it, but yet still pay its maintenance, it's me who chooses to do so. So with the Mutawu issue, apparently Mutawu, okay, is a human being. He then decides not to come to training, acting like a school kid, not a professional. And I think his agent is also being disingenuous, being dishonest. He's not being truthful with the guy. Because look, what Mamelodi Sundowns can do, we can just send him on loan to Black Leopards, back to Black Leopards, and the whole world will forget about him. We can simply do that because we are not forced to sell him, even though we do want to sell him, but at a reasonable price. Because remember, this guy, we have made Mutawu the best right back in Africa. Everyone is talking about him. So what does it mean now that, look, we have to force our hand in selling him at the price that we believe in? That's not his value, according to Mamelodi Sundowns. So that's the issue. And it doesn't stop there. Litlaku, we also hear that there was another offer apparently from Portugal. Yeah, I think another offer from Portugal. He's also wanted. He is also one. So let's quickly just read. Mamelodi Sundowns have received an offer from a Portuguese club that could reach up to 30 million for Lukaku, which has not been responded to. Yep, guys, it's another issue. We have. If you remember, I think about a few days ago, I posted a video where I spoke about Lukaku handing in a transfer request because he was complaining about the lack of games at Mamelodi Sundowns. So now here comes a club offering 30 million. What does that mean? If still Mamelodi Sundowns feels like 30 million is not enough, why are we forced them to sell? And journalists are starting to call us now Prison FC. Machola Mulef has called us Prison FC. I'll show that tweet as we go on, because it has also to do with another transfer saga which is rocking up Mamelodi Sundowns. It's a lot, guys, what is going on at Mamelodi Sundowns. So what's going on with Lukaku? There's this 30 million which is coming from a Portuguese club. Mamelodi Sundowns values Lukaku more than 30 million. Remember, guys, Lukaku is our academy player. We have nurtured the guy, and to nurture a player takes a lot of money. And then to also integrate him to the first team takes a lot of money. And then to play him the Club World Cup, which is playing just now in July, also takes a lot of time, a lot of money and resources. So why are we forced then to sell him at 30 million if we feel like 30 million is not enough? We are being dribbled here by journalists, by everyone. We are being dribbled. We are made to look as if we are the horrible people as Mamelodi Sundowns. While in truth case, we are just practicing contractual agreements. We are just simply practicing a business. Look, Mamelodi Sundowns is not a charity case at the end of the day. We might have a billionaire owner who is minted, but I don't think he wants to turn Mamelodi Sundowns to a charity case where everyone does as they wish. Imagine where we would be buy players, make them good enough, and then richer clubs than us from Saudi Arabia, Middle East, Europe, America, wherever, then just decide to come and take players for free or next to nothing. How is it fair? It's completely disingenuous, dishonest. We are being treated as if we are some small club from. Look, I'm not gonna call any names. We are just a small club. Let me just leave it there. We are just a small club who is desperate for any money which comes in. Look, we are not that desperate. Not that I'm saying we are minted, we are so rich, but in actual sense, these guys, we have made these guys. Let's say, for instance, for Litlaku, what if Mamelodi Sundowns have created Litlaku, let's say, with 45 million, and then we are then selling for 30 million? That means we have made a loss of 15 million. How does that look on us? How does that look on us? Look, that's why I'm saying we are not a charity case. And then we go further. Pitso Mosimane. Yeah, Pitso Mosimane, as I alluded earlier, he's also came in with his own thing. Let's read this saga of Pitso Mosimane. Mamelodi Sundowns have emerged victorious in a civil claim versus MT Sport Agency and ex-head coach Pitso Mosimane. Judge Mia sets an amount of 7.9 million in agent commission fees to be paid back. Mabuza attorneys to appeal the ruling. So apparently, we had given this guy 7.9 million. Now it turns out that, look, that 7.9 million, in actual fact, he should have never received it. Now he should pay it back to us. This is the whole thing which they've been fighting about. Apparently, Mamelodi Sundowns gave him the money and he felt like the money was too small, and then he took us to court. But apparently, we end up winning the court case that they should actually pay us back the money that they took from us. You see, when they say, whatever you get, take it and just be quiet, don't be greedy. And he was greedy in this case because he wanted more. You know, he just couldn't get enough. He minted Mamelodi Sundowns for so many years, but he still can't get enough. He still wants to mint us even more. Yeah, that's the thing about footballers, coach. In actual fact, I think it's the agents more. You know, the agents are greedy people. Like you look at all over the world, agents are the greedy people. They will take a player to a club which they know he's not gonna play, but simply because the agent commission is the money that they are hungry for. Look, he's not going to be the one who's playing on the field. He's not going to be the one who's going to be benched. But simply because he's going to get that agent commission, he is so ready just to get the player going. You look at the Hazard situation at Chelsea. Chelsea had to bribe Eden Hazard's agent for Chelsea to get Eden Hazard. Yeah, we had that after Roman Abramovich had sold the club to the Clearly Capital Investment Group. It's the same thing now. Agents in South Africa, wherever in the world, are always looking to cash in. Yeah, because when the club and the club agree on a fee, you rest be assured there is an agent commission, because the agent has been the one who has been in the middle, getting those two clubs to negotiate and come to an agreement. So the agent always gets his commission. So this is the exact same case with Upito Musiman. An agent got more money than he deserved and still went to go complain to FIFA tribunal, and then we ended up winning that case, and then they took it to a court. We ended up winning it again, and now look what his agent are going to do. They're going to appeal the court case because of greediness. Because of greediness. I don't know what he thinks is going to achieve when they finally go and appeal the court case. I really have no idea what they think they're going to achieve. But we move from that. We also had some rumors that okay, before we go to this rumor that we are going to be signing a new player from America, the Ribeiro story. And I love the way who's this guy, Cash and Sport. I love the way he explains this theory. Go to his Twitter handle. I'll put it down on the screen. There it is. Yes, just go to this handle. Go and read that story. It's about where he compares the situations between us and who's this, and the situation between Diarra and Ribeiro. Look, in Ribeiro, I think he has a case because of the Diarra situation. But when you read that trend from Cash and Sport, you come to realize that, look, there is no case. We are going to win this case as Mamelodi Sundowns. But the only issue is, even if we do win the case, we will still be forced to sell the guy. Or if the guy just decides to leave, he will be then compensate us the money that was supposed to the money that the contract was valued at. So, for instance, if we were going to keep the guy, because the guy, I think his contract is ending in 2028, which is in 3 years' time from now. So from that 3 years, he's just going to pay us the amount of money that we are going to pay him in that stipulated time. So in actual fact, we will even get less money than we were if we sell him. Look, nobody knows how much money these clubs which claim to want Ribeiro are paying us. No one knows how much. All we know is that there are some clubs which want him, and now these clubs have an upper hand because they know that Ribeiro wants to leave. Someone alluded earlier on, I think it was 2 days ago, that look, whenever a club does this, they first have an agreement with the player. They then put pressure on the player to put pressure on the team to release him. Because I can rest assure you, Ribeiro is going to get a lot of money from whatever club he is going to. It might be double or triple his salary currently that is earning at Mamelodi Sundowns. That's why he is pressuring us to release him. And in actual fact, he's even saying we are negotiating in bad faith. Come on, man. You went to the Club World Cup. You would have never went to the Club World Cup if it wasn't for Mamelodi Sundowns. No one would know you. We took you there, but now we are negotiating based on the fact we took the risk. We took the risk. We brought you to Mamelodi Sundowns, paid you millions, made you a better player, made you rich, made you seen by other teams which are in the top quality. But suddenly now we are negotiating in bad faith because we are looking to get back our investment. Get out of here, Ribeiro. Get out of here, man. But we move. And then, yeah. So, we go to the preview. Yeah, I think I've said enough. We go to the preview. Mikel Cardoso said, we are looking to end all the speculations. He said that on the press conference, and I like that about him. It shows that, look, Mamelodi Sundowns is a big institution, and Catch and Sport referred to us as Prison FC. When he was questioned about it, he said, people are saying it. Yeah, I also said it because, look, this is what journalists are saying about us. This is what everyone is saying about us, calling us a prison because of these scandals. Be rest assured, before the transfer window ends, Maseko is going to do another scandal. But let's focus more on the preview tomorrow. What do I think about Orlando Pirates first? Look, Orlando Pirates, when they play against us, they always bring the A game. They play Mamelodi Sundowns, the biggest rivalries at the moment. I think our fixture surpasses that of Kaizer Chiefs and Orlando Pirates, or Mamelodi Sundowns and Kaizer Chiefs. I think currently now in South Africa, if you're looking for the top game, you better watch Mamelodi Sundowns versus Orlando Pirates. It's a big one. No team wants to lose. And when they play against us, you can see in their faces the seriousness they come out with. I hope my team also realize that Orlando Pirates, when they play us, they're very serious. And they will leave in the entire sweat on the field. Yes, we have an advantage in this game. We already have an away goal, which is I wish we don't go in there thinking that I want us to score the first goal, because after we score the first goal, we can then control the tempo of the game, because we are good in keeping the ball and they are good in breaks. So if we keep the ball, it will be hard for them to do a break. But if we go there running and then around 60 minutes there's no score, my players will start big little cage and they will start gaining confidence, because remember, they are a cup competition team under Jose Rivera. I don't know now currently under the new coach. We will see when this tomorrow. Let me say we'll see tomorrow, because I'm sure if they are knocked out tomorrow, there's going to be a lot of questions asked about the new coach. I still can't pronounce the guy's name. I'm sorry. I think Abdulisim or something like that. Yeah. So who I think is going to start tomorrow for the game? Look, I think the coach is going to play a 4-4-2, a diamond 4. Obviously, he's going to have, I think, Williams in goal. He's our first team goalkeeper. And then on the right, he's going to play Mtunyela, because you all know Mutawu is still AWOL. Our 4 and 5 will be Kipedu and Kekana. And then on the left, he's going to play Motiba. And then on the pivot, CDM is going to be Mukwena. Double 8. It's going to be Adams and Ayanda. Let's give Adams another chance, guys, because we also Mkulisi didn't live up to the expectation when we played against Makis. So let's keep him. Let's play Adams and Ayanda. Let them continue. And then I think he's going to play Silas as the number 10, because it's now no secret Uzwan is injured and Ribeiro is not coming back. And then the strikers, I think the striker is going to be Tashrik Matthews and Graham Reynolds. Yeah, that's the starting 11. I hope he could start Shadulile and Reynolds, but he's going to start Tashrik Matthews and Reynolds. Yeah, guys, that's the starting lineup. Yeah, now we can go to the predictions. What do I think the score is going to be? I think the score is going to be 4-1. I think Mamelodi Sundowns is going to beat Paris 4-1. Look, I think everyone is a bit scared of Orlando Pirates. I am also scared of Orlando Pirates. But usually, when we are scared of Orlando Pirates, we usually give them a big score. So that's why I'm thinking the score is going to end up 4-1. We're going to teach them a lesson that we are the bigger club in South Africa. We are the champions of the league in South Africa. We are the constant competitors of the Champions League. We are worlds apart. We're going to teach them that case. Yeah, guys, love and leave you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification button to be notified once a new video has been uploaded, and also tell me on the comment section, who would you rather play? Me personally, I'd rather play Umbala than Ukekan, but it's not my starting 11 that I chose. It's Katroso. That's why I said I'd rather play Shalulile as a striker, but I know he's gonna play Tashrik Matthews and Ikram Rainas. Yeah, guys, love and leave you. Bye.